video I'm going to be doing the Evanescence tag. I found out about it through the channel Paul Reads. He did the tag, and as I like the band Evanescence, I decided, well, why don't I do the tag as well? So, for the first question, Imperfection, a book with a couple of flaws in the plot. For this one I chose Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. So in this book there are a few loose ends that I didn't like. Fortunately there's going to be a sequel, so hopefully the loose ends will be tied in that sequel. But that's why I chose this book for this question, because of the loose ends. So, for the next question is Sweet Sacrifice, an author who's overhyped for your taste. For this question I decided to go with Sarah J. Maas. I read the first book in the Court of series. That's how I'm going to call the series. And I didn't really like it. Found it a bit boring. I didn't really care about the characters. I wasn't really, the plot didn't capture me, and I'll be reading the rest of the books in the series because I don't like to leave a series unfinished unless it's like really bad. But I'll be reading the last two of the series, the other two of the series, but I'm not going to be reading the rest of the series, the new trilogy, or any of the other Sarah J. Maas books. I know what it is, but it makes a lot of noise. I think it sounds like a helicopter, but it would be strange if there's a helicopter here right now. In any case. For the third question, My Heart is Broken, a book who broke your heart or was relatable. For this question I chose Gil Forman's I Was Here. It's about a girl whose friend has committed suicide, and she wants, the protagonist wants to know why. So she goes on a journey to find out. And I relate to the friend because I've struggled with mental illness, and that's one of the reasons why I love Gil Forman. For the fourth question, What You Want, a book with a bad boy, I decided to go with Fox by Paul Stewart and Chris Riddell. The bad boy in this book is not a classic bad boy, but he's a friend of the protagonist, but he turns out to be a traitor, and he's called Xant Filatin, and this is how he looks like. Can you see? Read that. That's how he looks. That's Xant. And I chose him for the bad boy. The fifth question is Hello, an underrated book or author. For this question I decided to go with Colleen Gleason. I read two of her series, one where she uses her own name as a writer, and the second who she uses a pseudonym for. I decided to go with this series, the Stalker and Holmes series, because I read all of the books that are out in the series, and also it's my favorite. And look at the cover beneath the dust jacket. Looks good, doesn't it? So she's a really talented author, and I adore this series, and I think more people should read her books. So I still need to read the last one. It isn't out yet, and there is no publication date as of the day of filming this. So I check Goodreads every day if there's a publication date. Just hope it's going to be published soon. For the 6th question, Everybody's Full. A book with a mean girl, I decided to go with the Beautiful Creatures series. This is the 2nd book. And the mean girl in this series is... There are 2 mean girls in the series. One is a classical mean girl who's the ex-girlfriend of Ethan, who's the main protagonist, who falls in love with Lena. I chose Lena's cousin as the bad girl because she's more of an interesting character than the ex-girlfriend of Ethan. And the name of the cousin is Whitley, and she doesn't really want to be bad, but she's chosen by the bad side. So I really feel for her, but she does have a soft side, but she is evil. So just duology of the forces inside her I really like. So that's why I chose Ridley. So for question number 7, going under a book with an abusive relationship, I decided to go with This Savage Song by V.E. Schwab. The abusive relationship, what I'm talking about, is the relationship between Kate Harker and her father. Her father is a really bad guy, and I really feel for Kate. And thankfully she escapes. Question number 8 is Lithium, an addicting book you've read again. So there are 2 books / series I could go with, but I decided to go with Harry Potter because I've recently started rereading them and I'm loving it. I'm listening to the audiobooks by Stephen Fry, and I just adore his voice, and he does it so well. And yeah, so probably if I'm going to be reading Harry Potter again, it's going to be as audiobooks again. So yeah, I choose Harry Potter for the 8th question. And number 9, Good Enough, tag a booktuber. For this one, I choose Stacey Reeds and Books Afflicts Taylor. So I'm looking forward to seeing your videos. So this is it for the Evanescence tag. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment of your answers to the questions, and subscribe if you like this video. Give it a thumbs up.